Have you heard the news? Multi-Stream Machine is open for enrollment for a limited time.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to finally have a clear roadmap to build a sustainable and thriving business that supports itself and pays you the salary you dream of,
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out. All right, now let's jump into the episode. Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we're dedicated to helping product-based business owners turn into revenue-generating, successful, happy product bosses. I'm Jacqueline Snyder.
And I'm Mina Kunlo-Sitep. Together through digital courses, coaching, and masterminds, we've helped over 50,000 students from startup to multi-million-dollar businesses scale their sales while blending in their dream life.
It gets lonely out there in the product business world. We fully believe a business shouldn't be built alone. There's room at the top for all of us.
So let's get scrappy and creative together, Product Boss, to be profitable, make more sales, and grow your visibility.
Are you ready? Let's dive in. Welcome back, friends. This is part 3 of our series, which is how to generate consistent revenue year-round. And thank you for all of those of you that have listened to part 1 and part 2. We're going to wrap up with part 3, which is my favorite, where we talk about sales. But before we go any further, speaking of sales, today is the day, friends. Today is the day that the doors are slamming shut for the rest of the year, for the rest of 2022, for Multi-Stream Machine. And this course, this do-it-yourself program, has changed the lives of so many product-based business owners out there. And we want to help you change your life, change your business, make your business work for you, generate consistent sales year-round, be profitable, pay yourself, go on vacation, do all these amazing things that you dream of. And we know that that key to unlocking that dream life is inside of MSM.
Yeah, for sure. We've proven it through so many students. We have over 1,500 students in there, and we're so excited to have you be a part of that. But also because what we specialize is in small product businesses, and we're talking, we even have, but before I say that, I mean, we have even multi-million-dollar businesses in Multi-Stream Machine. But the reason why we have so many, different product people is because a lot of times we feel stuck, right? We feel stuck on one platform. We've heard of people who are only on Etsy, for example, and they put all their eggs in the Etsy basket and gets knocked out from under them. And they've gotten, we knew of one that had like 3 Etsy shops, and she was kicked off of there for this crazy trademark infringement thing that happened, right?
That wasn't even on purpose, right? She didn't even know that she was doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And I think what you're saying too, and I know we're talking about Etsy, but that a lot of you are on Etsy. I think it's the path of least resistance, and it's really easy. We had a business owner that at that point was making $4 million on Etsy through customizable products. They were top 1% on Etsy, and they joined Multi-Stream Machine because they felt so stuck. They're like, I have built this amazing, beautiful, incredible business that employs my family, that, bought her a convertible Mercedes, that is like helping her live her dream life. But if Etsy, someone else's platform, shut her down, her business would be out, down for the count. And so she joined MSM because she knew that she needed to diversify the places that she sold. So if something got knocked out from under her, she would have opportunities because she diversified and created multiple streams of revenue.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not just Etsy. I mean, there's just having that solid ground, like we know of people who had Facebook ads really turned up for them and it was amazing. And then that stopped working. And then now they're on Amazon, right? So it's just multiple ways of being able to be in front of your customer, but be able to sell to them too. So you don't have to feel stuck.
Right. Okay. Let's just go back and talk about the universe trying to bang this point over all of our heads. Okay. Let's just rewind to 2020. Okay. We're all just living our lives. And then a global pandemic hits and shuts it all down. We're all in our houses.
In-person gets shut down.
Retail is shut down. Nobody's leaving their house. Remember that time where we were spraying all our groceries outside? It was a time. People were doing curbside pickup. People needed to get online, right? Local shops needed to keep their businesses going. So, okay, that was case in point universe number 1 of if you were only in person, retail, brick and mortar, sold wholesale, in-person events, shut down. Then we saw Amazon started only selling essential goods for
Mm-hmm.
a time being. So Mina, who's on Amazon, her products weren't essential goods, but she had other places she was selling. So she
Yeah.
wasn't like out of business. Then we saw Etsy shut down for a day. We saw Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all of that shut down for a day.
I
We've
feel like I
seen
need to really start knocking on wood with you just like going through. Oh, like I don't
it's
want this all to happen
PTSD over
again.
here. It's not, but it's the universe beating us over the head, being like, are all your eggs in one basket, or are you
Yeah.
diversified? Because ultimately, this is business, right? We have to be able to ride this out, and this is why Mina and I have been talking about multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of sales since the beginning of the Product Boss, because we saw the successful businesses before all of these like catastrophes. We saw the successful businesses that they were diversified on other sales platforms, that their eggs weren't in one basket. And we created it then. And I think it's proven, the universe has proven that this concept is essential.
Yeah. It is
Essential.
essential, but I want to make sure that all of you don't get confused with like what service-based people or, how other people are doing. Big business is able to do it. When they talk about diversification or getting on multiple sales channels, they talk about it in a way where it's more products. That's not the way that we do it. That's not the way that we teach it. We teach it in a way where you're taking the things that work, your best sellers, and putting them on multiple sales channels, putting them on multiple visibility and marketing channels. So that way you're not feeling like a hamster on a wheel throwing spaghetti at the wall, both those things, hamsters and spaghetti,
You're throwing hamsters at walls now, Mina?
that you feel overwhelmed in it. We want you to multiply your money without multiplying your efforts. And that's how we do it.
Amen. Who else wants to multiply their revenue without multiplying their efforts? I mean, people talk
everybody.
about what's it called? Passive income.
Uh-huh.
There is no passive income. They're all liars.
No, they just don't know they're liars. But
I am putting a stake in the ground and saying liars.
I think that, if it's like real estate and real estate goes up, that is passive income, right? But if you're a product business and you're making candles or you're making jewelry or you're making, bath soaps or whatever it ends up being, that is not passive. So
But
you have to think about strategy.
If the air conditioning goes down, if you no longer have renters.
What if it's like land,
But you still got to rent it to somebody.
No, it appreciates.
Sure. If you sell it, or take money out against it. Even people who sell things online and they're like passive income, there's still work being done. They're still creating marketing.
Yeah.
They're still doing things on the back end. So, but go back to your product business strategies there.
Right. So I don't want you all to get lost in that we want you to be everywhere with everything and be all the things to everyone. That is simply not true. We want you to make more money with less effort and do it while living your life, enjoying your life, enjoying the business that you're building. And that's really what we do with Multi-Stream Machine and this framework of systems, visibility, and sales. The framework is there for you to build solid systems, be able to get more eyes on your business in order to make sales. That's the whole idea of the framework in simple form. And so we're teaching you in a bigger way because we're teaching you, what you need to get done. And then the how is done through Multi-Stream Machine. But ultimately, we want you to be profitable, putting money into your pocket, paying yourself, and enjoying your life.
Mm-hmm. Enjoying your life. So let's jump into sales, right? That is the last part of our systems, visibility, and sales framework. This is what we talk about inside of Multi-Stream Machine. And this is what we're going to dig in today. So sales are the catalyst for growth, right? Without sales, you're not growing. But here's the thing, my friends, you must create opportunities for more sales in more places, which means it takes multiple streams of revenue, right? Because you're selling in more places. And we know that bestsellers can compound your growth like a snowball.
Right, like a snowball of sales. And so here's the thing is that we want you to make sure that you understand is we want to make sure that you don't put your eggs all in one basket. Because what if one of those baskets gets overturned, right? We saw that, like we said, the pandemic hit, in-person was shut down. I mean, who would have thought that in-person would be the basket that got overturned, right? We saw Etsy, like what we said. We saw Amazon selling essential goods. So all these different things we want to make sure that you strategically put your best-selling eggs in more than one basket, but we want you to do it with the right strategies. So that way you don't have to put all this effort in and you can still multiply your money.
Note, my friends, that Mina said your best-selling eggs, meaning we are not saying get on more
Those
platforms.
golden eggs.
Yeah, we're not saying sell all your things in all the places. Absolutely not. That is exhausting. That's going to waste money. That's going to waste time. But we are talking about, and we're going to share some MSM student stories with you in just a few minutes of where they took from their best platform, they figured out their best sellers, and then they took those best sellers and put them on other sales channels, other sales platforms, and they started to snowball their sales. They started to, if they were making $2,000, let's say, on Etsy or $2,000 a month and in person, and then they took their best sellers and put them on another platform, like built their own Shopify site, got it on Amazon, started selling through social, and they made $2,000 more there. Now they've gone from a $2,000 a month business to a $4,000 a month business. So here's what we're going to talk about. So in an MSM, we help you create more sales opportunities. And so you can grow by putting your best sellers on more platforms like we were talking about. So here are some of the things that we help you with inside of MSM. Optimize where you sell with your bestseller, right? We want to make where you sell completely optimized that it's really performing well for you. We want to help you optimize your website with your bestseller. A lot of you have built websites, but they are not converting sales. And there's some reasons why, and we teach that inside of MSM. We want you to leverage multiple platforms. So you retail, like business to consumer, right? Starting with your bestsellers. So how are you selling direct to customer? And we also help you leverage multiple platforms wholesale. So B2B, leading with your bestsellers. Now, when we talk about wholesale inside of MSM, this is a big thing I want to shout out, which, by the way, shows you, again, eggs in a basket. When we created MSM, we created it to teach you really in line with the way that I came up in this world, which was traditional wholesale, working with sales reps, getting showrooms, going to trade shows and markets. But what we do teach, what I teach inside of MSM, is how to contact buyers at stores, how you're going to go out and find them. And we give you these amazing grassroots ways of doing them. Because here's what at the time of this recording, what's not working are some of those online wholesale platforms. They are flooded with a ton of people. People aren't finding it generating sales, but the people who are using the strategies and techniques we teach inside of MSM that are doing more boots to the ground the way we teach it, they're actually seeing a huge return on wholesale. We also help you grow your email list. Email list, if you are not growing it, you better be growing it. And we help you with that. We help you tap into your existing customers and how to show up in person to sell more. So, Mina, what are some questions to ask?
Yeah, some great questions to ask yourself when you're thinking about those more sales opportunities are these questions. Is your website easy to buy from? Does it sell for you? So even if you have a website, is that your 24/7 salesperson? Because it should be, right? Are you growing your email list, and is your email list making you money? This is crucial of the reason why we tell you to have an email list is so you can make money from it, because that is the way you communicate with your customers and really how you're pulling that lever of making more money through emails. Next is, are you selling on multiple platforms? And is that where your customers are actually buying? So we teach you how to get onto Amazon, for example, if Amazon is right for you. So are you selling on more than one platform? So a lot of people, for example, we gave examples and we'll give more examples of maybe multiple platforms that would work perfectly for your business. And then are you leveraging your personal network or in-person events to create sales and connections, right? In-person is so strong with word of mouth. Are you tapping into that? And last and certainly not least is that are you testing and tapping into wholesale, like what Jacqueline said, onto Amazon, like what I mentioned, or other platforms? Because that is really important for you creating those opportunities to grow and scale your sales.
Hey, Product Boss. We all know that building a product-based business isn't easy, is it? But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be so hard.
In fact, when you have the right systems and support in place, you can skyrocket your sales and finally create the product business that fits your life and lifestyle. That's why we're so excited to announce that Multi-Stream Machine is officially open for enrollment for a limited time.
We've taken our 20 years of experience in building product-based businesses, including our own, which have generated millions, and created a completely turnkey system to help you scale your business and create the revenue you've dreamed of.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to Build a sustainable and thriving business that can support itself and pay you the salary you dream of.
Or get more customers to easily find you and buy from you without spinning your wheels while stuck on social media and spending money on paid ads.
Have a clear roadmap that shows you exactly how to create a plan and sell more so you can stop guessing and start knowing.
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out.
You can go through the course at your own pace, your satisfaction is guaranteed, and our thousands of alumni can tell you there's no other course for product-based businesses like it.
So friends, we'll see you in there. So we want to share a couple stories with you of multi-stream machine students to show you how they have created more sales opportunities for their business that has helped them scale their sales, that have helped them generate more revenue year round and ultimately become more profitable. So the first student we want to share with you is Erin of Simple Purposeful Living. Okay. And so Erin's a great example of someone who only sells 3 products. She's not a maker. She prints these amazing meal planners, and that's what she focuses on. So she sold her planner on her website, but she wanted to grow faster and bigger. So when she joined Multi-Stream Machine, she dove into the Amazon module and the website module to add more visibility and sales to her business, all while juggling her 4 small children. So Erin has an amazing talent. She's big on Pinterest. She knows how to engage with her customers, but she kind of felt stuck. And she's like, I want to grow this business bigger. Now we teach Amazon how to get started, but we also teach if Amazon's right for you. It may not be right for all of you, but when you get access to the Amazon module, you can come to that conclusion yourself, see if it's something you need now, or you know how we gave you the update on Annika? Annika, 2 years later, has now decided she's going to dip her toe into Amazon. So she gets to come back to MSM, go through the Amazon module, which was recently updated. And then now she can take action and add another stream of revenue to her business. So this is what Erin said after she joined Multi-Stream Machine. She said, I finished the month at $16,700 on our website. So it was the best month to date for our business. That's incredible. Right? Best month to date, $16,700 by leaning into a meal planner.
Nearly $17,000. And yeah, let's round up for sure. I mean, so that's a difference of $300, you know?
Yeah.
So the reason why I love telling her story is because she only sells 3 products and she sells 1 main product. So while some of us might think that we need to sell more to everybody, she's making $17,000 on her main product being a meal planner. And she was able to do that by leaning into what works with less effort than it would be if she were to build out a million different products for a million different people, right? Thinking that she needs more and more and more and more. But really, we taught her with Multi-Stream Machine that you are going to lean into these bestsellers and you're going to do it by putting onto multiple platforms that make it easy for you to do this business while you still have these 4 small children, enjoying them while they're small.
Yeah. We have 2 more stories to tell you, one of Michelle and one of Sarah. So we're going to jump into Michelle's story. So Michelle is the owner of Ollie J, which are little girl twirl dresses. So cute. My daughter wore them a ton when she was younger. So Michelle, before she started MSM, she had 2 young children and a full-time job. Okay, she had a full-time job. And her sales were slow through her website, and she could not get customers to discover her business organically. Now, most of Michelle's revenue came from discounting her products and offering sales. So she was working with a lot of affiliates and brand ambassadors, and truly they were the only ones buying her products because they got a certain percentage off when they bought. And everything they were doing, it wasn't converting, it wasn't leading to more customers. She was really just selling things through discount. And she was afraid her customers would only buy when things went on sale. So ultimately, Michelle was turning over very little profit to pay herself, hire help, leave her full-time job, and even to reinvest into her business because she was manufacturing overseas. So Michelle realized that her pricing was off and her marketing tactics were not working. So that's when she decided to join MSM.
Right. And here is Michelle's path to profit. So when she joined Multi-Stream Machine, she dove right into the wholesale module. And she used what we taught her to find and approach stores without using sites like Faire. She ended up adding those on later on, but she went with the strategies like Jacqueline was talking about, where it's boots to the ground, grassroots way of understanding how to warm call the boutiques and how to even find them. And she reinvested her money into making her best-selling dresses versus spending money on styles that she loved, but that were not selling. But those were eating up her revenue and her profits, right? So she leaned into what was making her money. She then joined FAIR once she understood correct pricing, correct minimums, and offers so that she could take control over her business, right? She was offering so many things at discount. What happened with Michelle is that she ended up selling 18 dresses to one store in her first week after joining Multi-Stream Machine, using our strategies, which resulted in over $1,000 in revenue increase in her first week, followed by a reorder from the same store, which produced $2,000 within 30 days of her joining Multi-Stream Machine.
Yeah. I mean, she paid back her investment and then made profit off of that all within the first 30 days, which was incredible. So we're going to play a little clip from Michelle right now for you to listen to her story from her own words.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm with Ollie J. I've been working with Mina and Jacqueline on the Multi-Stream Machine, and I'm really excited about the program. I love what it's done for my business. Already, I've been able to triple my wholesale goals, and I had my first $1,000 week. I love the program so much that I signed up for their mastermind that's starting soon, and I'm really excited to grow my business, and I think it was a great decision. Thank you.
Wow, Michelle, you're just so inspirational. We're so proud of you. And I think I'd like to give a little update on where Michelle is now. You want to hear it?
Let's do this.
Okay. Okay. So Michelle sent us a message and she said,
that was a
wow,
dramatic pause if anybody didn't pick up on that one.
She sent us a message and she said, wow, what a year. This was in 2021. Wow, what a year. What started out as a side hustle when I went from being home with my 4-month-old baby has just grown into something bigger than I could have ever dreamed. When the pandemic hit, I was at home with my 1 and 4-year-old and it was tough, but it was also my outlet to work on, take my mind off of things and have something to be proud of that I accomplished. My goal this year, which was 2021, was $120,000 for this year. Okay. Now remember, Michelle, when she first started, generated thousands of dollars in her first 30 days after joining MSM by starting with her first wholesale store. Okay. Her first wholesale store. Well, now, so in 2019, her total revenue was $11,469. Okay. In 2020, when she joined MSM, she was able to grow her business to $85,693. Now in 2021, I'm proud to say that she's in over 800 retailers. Okay. And I think it's 800. She's in a lot of hundreds of retailers nationwide. And she is now in 2021, she closed out at $344,777. And in 2022, she's on track to hit 7 figures. Now, Michelle was able to leave her full-time job. She's a full-time product boss. She's still spending time with her family. She has a team, which back then she could have never imagined hiring a team, but now she has a small team and she's able to focus on the strategy, growing her business and being with her children while making a ton of money and profit to bring home and pay herself.
I mean, it's incredible to think that she did that all in, what is this? I'm going to do some quick, can't even do basic math here.
2019 to 2020, 2 years.
So 4 years. So, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 2019 to now. 4 years? 1, 2,
19
3,
to 20,
4.
2021, 21.
Yeah, because right now it's 2022.
Yeah, but this was by the end of 2021.
Okay, we'll say 3 years. We're going to round down in time.
You all do the math from 2019 to 2020.
Yeah, she's on track. I was going off of the 2022 update.
Okay.
But it's just incredible to think that at one point she felt very stuck. She felt that she could only, offer a discount in order to get sales. And look at her now, right? She picked a platform, a business strategy that was right for her. And she was able to lean in and do what was right for her business. And it's such an incredible, inspiring story. And it's proof to you that you can do this too. You can make your own path to profit, and Multi-Stream Machine can really allow for you to bring your business in a way into your family that however you see it, right? Is it a small team? Is it a big team? Is it wholesale? Is it Amazon? Is it, social media? Is it, whatever ends up being? But you can hear from this entire series that we've offered you during this time, how everybody's path to profit was different and everybody focused on profit and what was selling and what was right for them.
So when you use this method inside of multi-stream machine, which is system visibility and sales, right? This is where you're going to become a profitable revenue generating business, because systems, visibility, and sales will all work together. So when your systems and your visibility work well together, you, my friend, are going to feel like you're creating a clear vision for your business and pulling your ideal customers in. And then when systems and sales go hand in hand, you're going to feel like you're building more revenue streams without creating more work for yourself and more hours of work. And then when your sales and visibility work seamlessly, because remember, visibility is what leads to sales. And also there's certain places you can sell that would actually grow your visibility. You're going to feel like you're becoming known in your industry and bringing in consistent revenue. And you, my friend, will then be a revenue generating, profitable business, because we know that you can build a business. And when you go through multi-stream machine, that supports itself, because you can bring in multiple streams of revenue and replace and contribute to your income, right? You can be a consistent and stable business, because then you're capable of scaling, growing long-term, and you're able to handle inventory reinvestment and new product launches. You also will help your customers find you like a star in the universe. Remember our idea of the Big Dipper from yesterday's episode. And ultimately, what we want for you and your business is that your business provides to you the life that you dream of. So Mina, should we share one last story?
Sure.
All right,
I would love
let's
that.
share Sarah's story.
Yes, Sarah is famous around here. All of our students are famous because we like to shout from the rooftops their successes, because this can be done for you too. And we are all about celebrating wins here. So Sarah's path to profit it starts here. She was selling more. Well, let me back up. Sarah is the owner of Heartland Lettering, and she sells home accessories like soap bottles that say, soap on them, essentially. So she was selling more items that she could even count that were personalized on Etsy. So like I mentioned, soap bottles and tumblers. She was listed on Amazon Handmade, but really made no sales. She had spent a lot of time on personalization, customer service, and was frustrated and burning out with a young daughter and a full-time job at the time. And she was really struggling to scale her handmade business to make more sales, stay profitable, and be discovered by new customers organically without paying for ads on Etsy. And what Sarah realized is that she couldn't grow a sustainable business on Etsy alone while juggling a career, her family, and her product business.
Mm-hmm. So
she felt stuck.
The worst, right? And
Yeah.
it felt like you couldn't see that path forward. So Sarah decided to take the leap, invest in herself, invest in her business. She believed in herself, and that if she just had the right tools, the right framework, support from a community, education that was going to shortcut her path to profit, shortcut those stumbling blocks that so many of us do, that she decided to take the leap and join Multi-Stream Machine. And so using our framework inside of Multi-Stream Machine, she discovered her bestsellers that were profitable and easiest to produce at scale and turned them into non-custom products. So she took those scalable non-custom bottles, she packaged them into sets of 2 and 3, and she put them on Amazon FBA, which is Amazon fulfilled by Amazon. It's Amazon Prime ultimately, what's the stat now for the amount of households that have Amazon Prime?
It used to be before the pandemic, 1 in 3 houses. I bet you anything, it's like 2 out of 3 houses now.
Yeah, there's a stat that, and then also if any of you order on Amazon, you know that most likely you never order things that aren't Prime. So just think about your own buying patterns, right? So she got off of Amazon Handmade. She put herself onto Amazon FBA after focusing on the systems module for pricing and the step-by-step Amazon module to get listed easily. And then Sarah dove into the Grow Your Reach module to finally figure out how to contact and collaborate with influencers on Instagram. So Sarah went from barely making $2,000 a month in her good months, and she added in another $9,700 a month just 4 months after joining Multi-Stream Machine. She replaced the income from her physical therapist job and became a full-time product-based business owner. She became the boss of her business.
I mean, it's so incredible. And she's now, let's do a little update since we've been giving updates on everybody else. So now Sarah, in less than 2 years, she now makes over $30,000 a month selling on her own website through influencers on Amazon. And she still continues to sell on Etsy, which we never say to remove any, legs in your business. Is that what they're called? Legs, streams in your business. We just want to make sure that you're not stuck on one. Okay. And so she also has built her dream house in Nebraska. So for all of you that have, stayed with us for a little bit, you've seen her house. It's beautiful. And she has incredible bathrooms and, a kitchen where her soap bottles are. So she has a small but mighty team helping her make and fulfill orders while she can spend her days doing what she loves. And so I'm going to read a little bit of her revenue breakdown before and after she joined Multi-Stream Machine. So before she joined Multi-Stream Machine, she made in 1 month $2,009. Then so that was in July of, what year is this? Can you tell?
I think she was in 2019.
Okay, 2019. So that was July 2019. And then November 2019, she jumped all the way up to $9,706. So in that small amount of time, but I should have started, let me back up. She started with, in the beginning of 2019 on Amazon, $335. Then mid-year was all the way to what I said, $2,009. And then at the end of the year, towards November, $9,706. So this actually is all after Multi-Stream Machine.
And we're only sharing revenue from Amazon.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
So this is just to see just one of the platforms that she sells on, the type of revenue you could generate.
Right.
Okay,
so this is now we're going to 2020. This is right because there was a month in there that she wasn't selling anything since it went to essential goods.
Because Amazon wasn't selling stuff.
Yeah. And so beginning of January 2019, because she had run out of, or 2020, she had run out of inventory, she was at $6,082 on Amazon. By the end of the year, December of 2020,
for it.
And this is 1 month, December of 2020, $36,693 on Amazon alone.
Mic drop. If it wouldn't break your ears, I would actually drop my mic. So she was still selling on her website. She was still selling to influencers. She was still selling on Etsy. But by adding on Amazon, which she learned inside of Multi-Stream Machine, she learned to take a customizable product that she was able to scale, which means that she was able to make more of them more rapidly with more ease, ship them into Amazon where Amazon could sell for her and Amazon could fulfill for her. Now she's added an additional $36,693 in revenue a month from a platform that she doesn't have to worry about. She just has to make sure she stays in stock with her inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Just incredible.
Right. And so the important question for all of you after listening to Michelle's story, Sarah's story, all of these stories is that we want this for you. So the important question that we want to ask you is, do you want to build a consistent, profitable, revenue generating business without the stress and overwhelm?
Yes. I'm going to say yes for all of you because I do. So that's why on this final day of the doors being open in 2022 for Multi-Stream Machine, you are invited to join our signature program, Multi-Stream Machine, where it's going to help you get onto more platforms for more sales and more profit. And we want you to be one of these incredible stories that we share the next time we open up the doors for MSM. But don't wait, because now is the time. Businesses are built during times like these, right? Businesses have the room to grow. This is that time. This is the time to lean in. They say millionaires are made in recessions. Whether you want to be a 6-figure business, you want to replace your full-time job and become a full-time product boss and become your own boss, whether you have really big dreams of hitting 250,000, $500,000, $1 million, whatever your dreams are.
Or even if it's $2,000 extra a month.
$2,000 extra a month.
Right? Yeah. When we have a lot of businesses start with us, we always say, we want you to make $2,000 a month. $2,000 is life-changing to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you can make $2,000 extra a month. And then, a lot of times, are you starting with the side hustle and you move to full-time? But it starts with that initial snowball of $2,000 to $4,000 to $10,000 to $12,000. And then wherever your path to profit takes you, but really you start with that initial snowball of what that could be for you. And that's the exciting part. It's not done overnight, but it certainly is done with a clear path and tools that you have in your tool belt.
And I want you to remember that you have your foot on the pedal, right? You get to choose how fast you grow, how big you grow. If you want to get it to a certain point where you're like, I would just love to have an extra $2,000 a month in my bank account and do this amazing, run this business or take my craft and hobby and turn it into a beautiful business. So MSM is right for you if you're a new business, if you're just starting out, If you've been in business for a while and you feel like you're stuck and not growing in sales, not growing in visibility, you need to work on your systems. And it's even right for you if you are a bigger business and you're on one single platform and you know
And you're
that
established.
you need to diversify. You
Yeah.
know you need to get your eggs out of that one basket. So we invite you to go to multistreammachine.com. There's only a few hours left, depending on when you're listening to this. I hope this series was helpful. Send us a message over on Instagram. And if you have any questions at all, we're going to put a link in the show notes to be able to help you answer those questions, to help you make that choice to get off this fence, my friends. Take the leap. Join us and hundreds of other businesses inside of Multi-Stream Machine.
We'll see you in there, everybody.
Hey, Product Boss. We all know that building a product-based business isn't easy, is it? But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be so hard.
In fact, when you have the right systems and support in place, you can skyrocket your sales and finally create the product business that fits your life and lifestyle. That's why we're so excited to announce that Multi-Stream Machine is officially open for enrollment for a limited time.
We've taken our 20 years of experience in building product-based businesses, including our own, which have generated millions, and created a completely turnkey system to help you scale your business and create the revenue you've dreamed of.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to build a sustainable and thriving business that can support itself and pay you the salary you dream of,
or get more customers to easily find you and buy from you without spinning your wheels while stuck on social media and spending money on paid ads.
have a clear roadmap that shows you exactly how to create a plan and sell more so you can stop guessing and start knowing.
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out.
You can go through the course at your own pace. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, and our thousands of alumni can tell you there's no other course for product-based businesses like it.
So friends, we'll see you in there. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us.